Good morning, good day, and good evening, everybody. I'm Sir Fox, and welcome back to my channel, Sir Fox Gaming. This time, I decided to do the most stupid ass crazy challenge that I have ever done on my channel before. I will attempt to do low Kurast until I have runes for all the 89 rune words that are in D2R. This may sound like an impossible challenge to do, and maybe it is, but we'll see. But what is actually low Kurast super chests? Low Kurast is placed in Act 3 and is actually the best place in single player to get high runes up to bird runes, because the 6 super chests can drop up to the bird rune. I actually have a near perfect road map because all the 6 super chests are very close to the waypointer. The 6 super chests are in this building. 2 in this, 1 in this, 1 super chest in this, and 2 in this. So let me show you how I do one low Kurast run. I pop these 2 chests, and then I go to the next one, then to the next one with 1, and then the last one with 2, and that is basically one low Kurast run. Super chest in Diablo is actually quite unique because they are quite different compared to other poppables in the game. Super chest has drop patterns or drop tables, and they have 65,534 different drop tables. It actually depends on what player level you are at, how many high rune patterns and how many mid high rune patterns you have. I will do this crazy challenge on player 7, and out of the 65,534 patterns, there is actually only 2 bird patterns on player 7, but there is 9 Sir patterns on player 7. And as you can see in the chart, it goes on all the way down to the Mal rune. And as you can see, players 1, players 3, 5 and 7 has different mid-high rune patterns and high rune patterns. Statistically, low Kurast running will drop you 1 high rune per 470 runs and 1 mid-high rune per 132 runs. So if me and my D2R community in streams has done the math right, it will take me around 130,000 runs to complete this challenge. And that is statistics and RNG, so it could be less and it could be way more. I will try to do 1,000 runs every week, and every Monday I will do a status update in a video of how the challenge or project, call it what you want, are going. You are very welcome to join me in the streams, both on YouTube and Twitch. This week I actually did 3,000 runs, so I had a very good start. And I'm sorry for the long explanation today. But enough talking, let's get into the video and see what I got in the first 3,000 runs of this crazy challenge. Remember to hit that stupid ass like button and maybe the subscription button as well, I will really appreciate it. Let's see what I get. Enjoy, guys. The very first drop came after 191 runs, and that was a pull rune. Almost 100 runs later, I got my second mid-high rune, and this one was a Mal rune. At run 343, I got my third mid-high rune, and this one was a rune. Then 17 runs later, I got another Mal rune. Only 7 runs later, after that Mal rune, I got yet another mid-high rune, and this one was a pull rune. It took me 401 runs to show something noteworthy that wasn't a rune, and this one was a small charm with 7% better chance of getting magic items. At run 421, I found yet another pull rune. Unfortunately, I forgot to pick this up, so that is in the Void of Forgotten Items in Diablo 2 Resurrected, but fortunately in this project I will find many pull runes. Only 2 runs later, I got yet another small charm. And there it is. This one turned out to be another one with 7% better chance of getting magic items. Up until run 437, it seemed like I could only drop Mal and pull runes, because at this run I dropped another Mal rune. Almost 200 runs later, I found something that was a bit different, because at run 624 I found my first Ist rune, but at this point I really wanted to see my first high rune. At run 664 I found yet another small charm, and this one turned out to be another one of the 7%ers, and you can never have enough of these on hardcore, because if I rip one of my characters I need a lot of extra of these. The very first grand charm in this whole crazy ass project and in this highlight video dropped at run 683, and it turned out to be pretty nice with 10 to maximum damage and 16 to attack rating and 15 to poison damage. With now over 700 runs completed, and at run 715 I found yet another Ist rune. Only 13 runs later I found yet another Ist rune, and that is pretty crazy to find 2 Ist rune within 13 runs. And the mid-high runes just kept showing, because at run 735 I found yet another pull rune. It took me 760 runs to find my first gold rune. A very nice small charm dropped at run 776, and this one rode with 5 faster hit recovery and 11 to poison resist. Very nice. With now over 800 runs completed, I got another grand charm, and this turned out to be my first skiller. And this one was 1 to traps. And finally, after 883 runs, this happened. I got my first high rune, and that was a Vex rune. At run 931 I found another very nice small charm, and this one turned out to be all resistances 5. That is very nice to get. Another decent grand charm dropped at run 971, and this one turned out to roll with 9 to maximum damage and 58 to attack rating. With now over 1000 runs completed, and at run 1104 I got my very first Sir Fox rune, and this is very important because I'm gonna need a lot of these, like over 100, a lot. So very nice to get the first one in my stash. At run 1188, let's go a bit back to the mid-high runes, because this one turned out to be another Mal rune. At run 1210 I found a very nice grand charm, because look at this one. It rolled with 32 to life and all resistances 15, so this is a very good grand charm. 12 runs later, another skiller dropped. It's a pretty good skiller because it is for the sorceress, and it is 1 to cold skills. At run 1384 I found yet another small charm that was very good. It rolled with all resistances 5, and I hope that throughout this challenge that I will find one with 20 to life and all resistances 5. 13 runs later I got a very nice drop. It was my first low rune of this whole challenge, and it is very hard to find these low runes, because as the bird rune there is only 2 low rune patterns. So a very nice drop. At run 1408 another mid-high rune, and it is another Mal rune. Then at run 1554 another grand charm dropped, and it's a nice one because it is 1 to combat skills for the paladin. And here is the only unique item that I will highlight in this video. It was a unique war belt, and it turned out to be Thunderguard's Viger with 187, which is a pretty good roll. Get ready for the best drop in this highlight video. This is by far the best skiller I ever found. It turned out to be 1 to combat skills for paladin with 39 to life. I was totally mind blown when I saw this roll on this grand charm. So I was very happy with this one. Only 28 runs later, after that mind-blowing skiller, I got my second low rune of this challenge. which was very surprising to me, so very nice drops. At run 1843 I found another skiller for the sorceress, but this time it was a fire skiller. With now over 1900 runs completed, I found yet another mid-eye rune. This was one of the better ones because it was a gold rune. 2017 runs in, I got another mid-high skiller and it was another Ist rune. And look at that little fell rune drop as well. At run 2056 another Grand Charm dropped, and this one turned out to be yet another combat skiller for Paladin, and that is the third one in 2000 runs. That is pretty crazy. I had a bit of a dry spell of almost 300 runs, but at run 2324 I found an rune. Then 99 runs later I found a pull rune. 2444 runs in, another Grand Charm dropped, and it was a fire skiller with 26 to life, so I was very happy to see this one as well. And another gold rune dropped at run 2511. Shortly after, another rune. At run 2568 another Grand Charm dropped, and this one was pretty nice. It was 1 to code skill and 19 to life, so very nice with the life skillers. At this point it had been 990 runs since my last high rune, so I was so happy to see this low rune finally dropped, and that made it the 5th high rune in this challenge. Only 75 runs later, yet another very nice high rune dropped, and it was another Sir Fox Gaming rune. Very nice. 6 high runes so far. If it hadn't been enough with all the skillers with life so far, I got yet another one at run 2791. This one with pretty low life though, with 10 to life, but ain't 1 to cold skills for sorceress. Another mid-high rune dropped at run 2922. It was another rune. And that is what I got in the first week and the first 3000 runs of low Kurast until all rune words in the game. As said earlier, I will do a weekly update every Monday on how this challenge goes. And at the end of the video, as you will see here, you can see the rune progress I have so far. And I will be showing this updated every Monday. In the first week, I got 20 mid-high runes and I got 6 high runes. I'm sorry for the long video today, and the forthcoming Mondays I will try to do the updates shorter. But I really hope that you will follow me in this crazy journey. It will take several years to complete, so I will have content for many years ahead with this one, but I will be doing other content as well, so it's not only LK runs. That is all for this time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, take care and bye bye.